Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for the 52 weeks of 52 favorite everyday life photos YouTube hop. And this is going to be the 2026 edition. We have now been running at least this hop for a year now, and this is going into its second year. And I have done a scrap lift that was from December of 2025. And it was from Janessa Franco from Papers Issues. They did this. This was the first sketch of December of 2025, so I decided to use it for this layout. Now, I am pretty much doing everything that I have done in the layout or in the sketch is pretty much being done. I did go on to my Cricut and print out this film strip, and then I did do some stitching on a circle that I kind of just played around with, and you see in there on the sketch that it does have this circle stitched, and I just decided to put it on there, and you'll kind of see how I play around with it. And so these photos are from Memorial Day. We always kick off having ice cream the start of the summer. So this particular time, it was the 1st of June is when we went and got our ice cream, and that's kind of how we start off our summers, is having some type of ice cream, s'mores, or something to that effect. So I am going to make sure that everything sticks out because I am very much have a lot of pattern on pattern on pattern. So I'm using my pens to just get it all like outlined so it sticks out just a little bit more. And let's see here, the flavors of the month, some of it's got to be from the scrap room just the way it came in, but the main kit that I'm using is called Live the Dream, which is We Are Memory Keepers. It's the Chamel kit, and then I used Chamel's main character energy as well. And so it's like the papers and all of that, and then the embellishments just came from whatever the kits I used. And then I did get out this 6x8 paper pad to make up all of the other pieces that I wanted to do. So I'm kind of going through it to figure out which ones I want to use for the background. Now, the way it is set on the sketch, I pretty much put it where it's supposed to be, but I do change it up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm just kind of like mimicking all of the pages. I do all of the pages the same way, but I mirror them differently because of the way my hands are being, or I shouldn't say the hands. Yeah, it's pretty much the hands. It's the way the hands are positioned on the photos. I place the paper and stuff that way so that I have a big white space or like an empty space in the photo to put another photo on top of it. And you'll see how this turns out. What I was doing is for this particular hop a year ago was just to get me back into scrapbooking, making sure that I was doing it, and I really fell off the mark in 2025, and I really started picking back up here in November of 2025. I did get a design team in the month of July, which is the scrap room, and so I was at least releasing 2 layouts a month on my channel, and now I'm pretty much back to the way it was, and I'm pretty much going through that. When I do this voiceover in this video, I did it on the 14th of December. So that's why I said that stuff is pretty much, how do I say, kind of getting back to normal. I obviously have one design team that I'm making sure that I do get all that done, which is still the scrap room going into 2026. But things just was not really in my wheelhouse for the month or for the year of 2025. There was a lot that happened, a lot that went on, and I needed to get back into my space, but it just wasn't happening the way I wanted it to. And so it took me a minute. But now that I'm back, and I'm pretty much going into working this. You know what I mean? Like getting it back to the way I feel, doing everything. And so when I asked the ladies, do we still want to keep doing this hop? They were all like, yes. So that's why you see a new playlist. The other playlist is there, and I'm going to link it down in my description with the 2025 link, and then you'll have the 2026 link. So that if you missed or have never heard of this hop and you want to go back, you most certainly can, because it'll be in the description. Linked down below. And so the reason why I really wanted to keep this going is we all are doing really well with like making sure we're just doing our everyday stuff along with everything else. A lot of us are on design teams. Some of us are, some of us aren't. Some of us just do the hops like this to just get our scrappy sense out there, our process out there. All of all of that kind of stuff to make it feel like we're really doing as much as we can to keep this business, this life going, because they made even a bunch of changes on, Photo Play went out of business. American Crafts are not exactly the way American Crafts should be. Paige Evans switched. Vicky Booten switched companies. I'm trying to think. There was just all these like different things, and it's like crazy to watch how 2025 just came and gone, yes, but then everything, changed everything else around, right? So let's just keep this vibe going. Let's just keep the 52 days of your 52 favorite photos and just kind of go from there. For me, I take this interpret that I need to get my everyday photos done, because this was back in 2023 and now we're into 2026. So I got to get some work done around here, like definitely for sure. So I am using there's the 3D like setup of those stickers that you see there, and I've been taking them apart, fixing them, kind of trying to put them back together the way I want them to look, because they were not put together very well at all. They were kind of very flimsy-dimsy. So a lot of them, I was taking the sticky stuff, like you can see right there. I took the sticky stuff off, and I did it the way I wanted it to be. So all of this, like what I call space, I decided to put a bunch of flowers. Like I said, I did put one photo on top of another, and then now here I am coming in with all of the embellishments. Like the embellishments, and then kind of doing the same thing. So I'm like popping stuff up on foam tape, taking off ones because they don't know how to stay put. Just kind of all of that. And pretty much, this is it. This is the sketch. I got the sketch to look pretty well. I had to put the title and some embellishments in certain different spots, but it's all pretty much following it there. I did cut up that gold heart. I like how I got it to stretch to make it look like it's supposed to be that long, when really in retrospect it isn't. I cut it up to make it look like that, and then I'm just kind of going in. I know I'm upside down here, but it helps me sometimes be able to get stuff lined up a little bit better so that it's all set like the way I would like it to be. But yeah, make sure you check out the playlist. Whoever plays with every week, I'm hoping to be able to play every week. That's my goal anyway. But if you don't see one on there, follow all the other ladies. They do it as well with me. And we're just going to keep this going. So hopefully you guys are all enjoying just everyday photos for everyday whatever. Whatever we decide to do, it's just to get us scrapping at least once a week to get those layouts put into an album. Make sure that you do the YouTube-y stuff to all of us. Like and subscribe. It is free. It doesn't hurt you any. I know that in the past I have lost individuals for whatever reason, pretty much because I probably wasn't releasing a YouTube video like I would like, But so I just sit there. Who cares? But yeah, now I'm kind of going through and trying to place hearts and making sure that I get the hearts in the right spot and just have my threes of threes, if you know what I mean. Like, I normally don't follow the rule of three, but in this case I did, and I actually like it. It actually turned out pretty well with that. And then I'm kind of just finishing up, trying to do the less is more, but the less is not working, or the less is not working, the more is working. But sometimes I try to go back and forth on less is more. Don't put so much on there. And then I do anyway. But I know that I do come in with some splatters, and then that's pretty much it. Make sure you check out everybody. Make sure that you check out all of the still shots that are coming up. Like and subscribe, do all of that. And I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.